What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So today's video, I want to show you guys one of the best passing plays in Madden 24. So if you enjoyed the video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So I am in the spread offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the spread offensive playbook. Now I believe this formation can only be found in the spread, and honestly this formation is extremely good inside the spread. So it used to not be as good because it didn't have a ton of plays, but now this A slot offset formation is loaded. But if you want an ebook, make sure you just go to my website, allthingsmadden.com. The link is in the description. Now, I am going to be putting out an A slot offset ebook soon, so if you're watching this, just kind of keep checking on the website every now and again. I'm trying to pump out more and more ebooks for you guys. And also, I do have gameplay showing you how good this one play is. You can literally win countless amount of games with just this one play plus the run scheme. So I'm going to show all that to you right now. Then I got the gameplay, like I said, now to be the video. So should be short and sweet. So let's go on and dive into this. So what I'm going to be showing you against, I'm going to be showing you against the meta defense, which is going to be 3-3. So you can tell I did put in safeties at the linebacker position. Besides Walker, he is a good linebacker, so I kept him in there. But we do have their starting defensive line, because this is normally how most people run it, and they're going to user this guy right here, Tavares more. They're going to user him. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come out in different coverages. So first I'm going to show you versus cover 3. Cover 2, I'm gonna show you how it looks versus man, and also the blitz as well. So if somebody's giving you man blitz, I'll show you what we can do with that. And also we got gameplay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come out in cover 4 drop, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this video started. So as far as run plays, they're extremely good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to go ahead and sub in some of these run plays. So we'll take out level sale and we'll put in, let's go 0-1 trap. Then we'll take out inside zone. You guys should know what inside zone's like. And I really love this halfback punch. It's extremely good. And also once you couple it with this, where is it at right here? I love this read option right here. So this read option is extremely good. And I'll show you one more run play, which is going to be this RPO. So these are all the run plays that you need. They are going to do wonders for you because they have different blocking styles, and it's just a good play all around. So anyways, the play is post, but I'm going to show you all the run plays that I like. So what we're going to do is we're going to first go with 0-1 trap, and a lot of times your opponents are going to run it where they just crash their lines out. They'll probably spread their linebackers, or they may pinch them, but I'll show you both. So an 0-1 trap is exactly what it sounds like. It's literally just a trap play, but versus your 3-3 style defenses, it gives it a lot of problems with the trap. So I'll show you just if your opponent doesn't do anything with it, what it look like. Everything's just a little bit more congested, but you can kind of tell that there's a lot of room to work with. Now obviously this doesn't factor into the user, but it doesn't matter. Now next one is just to have that, it's basically just a counter. In a sense, it looks exactly the same as the 0-1 trap, but it's not. The blocking is just a tad bit different. So I'll show you that one again, halfback punch. And what I'll do is we'll actually go to a different defense. So let's go to cover 3, just so you guys, can see what it looks like if they have another person in the box. ID whoever you want to, and you're just gonna kind of just make a read there, and however you want to run the ball. That's what's good about this formation, because it has a lot of different run plays. Now the read option, like I said, it's really great. We'll do it against cover 1 robber press, because this is still a defense you guys will see playing online, and normally going to read that outside guy. And a lot of times, even if you get a bad read, you still get great animations when you run this. And I'll kind of show you that here again, because this does happen online. I find that it's a little bit more successful. Now you're more than welcome to hand this. It's actually, this defense is really good versus this specific read option play, because a lot of times that guy will come free like that, and a lot of times the user will crash down on this running back. So that's why I like to actually keep it with the quarterback. And a lot of times before that corner can get there, you can actually turn the ball up and then actually get about 2-3 yards, maybe 4 or 5 depending on the animation. Like that time we got about 5. So read option isn't as good versus this particular defense, but there's better run plays in here. So this one's just your RPO style play, so obviously the blocking is just a bit different. So that's why I love to use this in inside zone, because the blockings does change. And lastly, I'll show you what it looks like if we throw that little RPO. You can kind of notice that the little bubble on it looks a little weird, and I'll show you what that's like. So it's not the best RPO in the game, obviously nowhere near, but sometimes depending on what they're in, it's actually really good, because sometimes they'll have a defense where there is no slot guy out here, if that makes sense. So sometimes the slot will just not be out there. So that's when I like to actually use the RPO. When I notice there's nobody out there. But most of the time, there's going to be somebody out there. So I'll show you what it kind of looks like if you throw it versus man. So you can kind of tell it's just not what you want to use for man. But anyways, that's all the run plays I wanted to talk about. Just wanted you to see them. So as far as the passing concepts, they're extremely simple. Versus every zone that is not cover 2, we're going to take square, put them on a streak. Now, this is the base setup right here, just literally a base setup. So if you are worried about getting blitzed, I like to actually take triangle, block him, and take X and put him on a drag. So I love the interchange between these two setups. Now, if you're getting screamed at religiously, where they're trying to send 6 at you or something, then I like just to go ahead and block my tight end. And then I'll have this style of route where we're just going to read between circle and R1, whichever one the user takes, we just won't. Now, since there's nothing pulling down circle, we may not be able to get it there. So that's why you need that drag, you need that flat route to be able to pull down zones. But if they're blitzing you, then it's what I like to do. So it's just really, really simple. And again, obviously I didn't zone blitz, but we're going to force the user to guard this. And a lot of times when they're zone blitzing, this guy's going to be like in the flats a lot of times, or they may blitz him off the edge. It just depends on what they're doing. You never know what an opponent might do. But anyways, this is the base setup right here. This will beat every single zone coverage in the game. All you need to do is just wait, have time. And also, oh my bad, it's my fault. You want to make sure you smart route circles route. Also, that's extremely important. So notice how I smart route circles route. Notice how much deeper it's ran. So this is normal, right? Notice how the cornerback is able to make a play. That purple out there, if you see him, he was able to make a play. But if I take circle and I smart route him, now that circle is actually going to get open a lot easier. So we want to double team that in, and this way we're just going to drift. Now notice how much space we have now that we're able to get a little toe tap animation. So make sure you're smart routing that route. So you want to run this on your 1st and 10, maybe 2nd and 12s, 3rd and 13s. Don't try to smart route when it's 1st and like 4 or something like that. Not 1st and 4, like 2nd and 4, 3rd and 2. Don't try to smart route them, okay? So that's my favorite one versus zone. Now, if we're talking about cover 2 in particular, I'll show you why I don't like this versus cover 2. Then I'll show you my favorite cover 2 setup if somebody wants to run cover 2. So notice that it can. So it's not that it can't, you know, it's just not my favorite thing to do. So you definitely see, we'll go and replay real quick just to show you. So we definitely still can throw this because of how smart routed this route is. It just gets that far up, but I don't like playing around in this territory. And there's better plays that we can do, better setups that we can do for cover 2 in particular. So if you feel like your opponent's playing any version of cover 2, I like to take circle, put them on a streak, and that is literally all that we need to do. Now you can block your tight end if you need to, triangle, but if they're not rushing, you know, a lot of people, you can have time to hit this. Look at R1, and then if you're patient, you'll have square for pretty much a one-play touchdown against cover 2 using the same style of play. So these setups that I'm giving you, I'm telling you guys, man, I love running them. They work really well. Now, man coverage is pretty much the same thing, but with man coverage, there are a couple different things I like to do. So one of my favorite things to do is take triangle, put them on a drag. You could block your tight end if you need to. So either I'll put them on a drag or I'll block them. I'm blocking triangle, but it's not showing. And I'll take circle and I'll smart route them. And I'll actually motion them across. So with this way, we're actually going to have 2 posts. So we're going to have a deep post and a regular post. And of course, I forgot to actually spot some people. But we'll run it again for you for man coverage. And I'll actually do something about this guy here. So I'll ID him. So now we actually should be able to pick him up. But I like the smart route circles route. I like the block triangle. And I'll sometimes take X and put them on a drag instead of keeping them on that corner route. And then in this way, we have just more things to read. So we go from the running back to circle to square, if that makes sense. So we have an easy read progression style. And I'm just getting literally hollered at relentlessly. But I'm going to hop replay, show you this, and then we'll take it straight to gameplay just because this is self-explanatory style defense. And also, remember, you want to run the ball a lot when you use this offense. You want to run the ball till they're kind of tired of it. And then you want to start hitting them with these dots. So don't come out here just trying to dot somebody's face off every play out of 8 slot offset, okay? But we just got a little terrible little whatever that was. But anyways, the drag, like I said, I could have been hit this, but this drag is normally going to be your best friend when you put this offense. And then the user is going to be somewhere here a lot of times. And what happens here is that we're going to make them choose between this post route and also this post route. So it's just a really nice concept. But let's go ahead and dive straight into the gameplay. All right, so right here it is. We are playing against the Redskins. Excuse me, I said Redskins. We are playing against the Commanders, And like I said, so this opponent, he wanted to be a D-line user, and with this offense, you're going to have to user somebody because there are so many ways that we can exploit defenses. We can run the ball pretty much when we want to. We can dink and dunk if we want to because we have the ability to block at least 8 people every play. We have the ability to, because technically we could block 2 tight ends and our running back, but you don't really want to do that. You normally want to only try to send out 4 people. You don't really want to send out 3 people when you call stuff, or 2 people, unless you can help it. So right here, you can kind of tell what I'm doing. I'm literally just taking what he gives me. And like I said, that corner route is just extremely money, especially with that little concept right here. So right here, I actually made a bad read right there. Thankfully, we were able to still catch it. And right here, I wanted to call a screen. I almost never call screens. I want to say I only call them when I notice my opponent's playing on the defensive line that's away from the running back. That's really the only time I like screens. But you can kind of tell just the run plays are just really nice, man. We're able to attack any side of the field we want to. They also have an outside zone, but right there, my opponent did dial up the blitz. Great blitz by him. So this is when I actually started just making sure I had enough people to block. And my opponent he was trying to actually get a free rusher every single time. That's probably why he used the defensive line. But the problem with that is that this scheme, these plays just are too good, if that makes sense. We can target every single area of the field immediately. We can hit the flats, we have a running back over the middle, and we have somebody going outside on both plays. So the hard thing about 3-4 is that it's really hard to run against 3-4, but we can just pass all day long. So just like I said, we had all day, and he blitzed. Sadly, for him, he just has to learn the hard way that it's just not the best to user somebody on the defensive line unless you just have a crazy defensive scheme, like crazy. But anyways, we're driving down the field, and I want to go ahead and just show you that it's easy to block the blitzes, and a lot of times that's just going to happen. Normally your user's going to be there, but even if your user's going to be there, we have the corner route to hit. So my opponent, normally I don't like to just call the same play over and over and over again, but in this particular gameplay, he just decided he just was going to be ignorant about it. But this is actually the last play right here, and this is actually the dime defense I was showing you guys about, which I am going to make an ebook soon on it, so be on the lookout for that. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, though. He's actually going to go ahead and quit out here, but that's going to wrap it up for this video. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.